Welcome back. Susan Lynn Psychic Medium here. Thank you for joining me today. And I want to talk about Trump's health. Actually, I really want to talk about Trump in general. My guides, there's a lot going on. I don't know what the man is doing. He is really planning. Like he has a plan and then he has a backup plan and then a backup plan and then a backup plan. His plans have plans. Because obviously what hangs in the balance here is his sovereignty, if you will, whether or not he's going to jail. He has a lot of people he owes money to looking for repayment, and those bills are coming due. But he also has a lot of laws that he broke. Now, they tell me that Biden is going to get into office, and obviously the first thing he's going to do is deal with COVID-19. I see Biden saying, you have my wishes, you have all the resources you need, take all the time you need. Do a very thorough investigation of Donald Trump and then get back to me. But leave no stone unturned and make sure that you have evidence to back up your evidence. So basically, he wants a complete closed book case on Donald Trump. Is he going to go for charges or is he not going to go for charges? And this show is being interrupted by a very old cat that has to eat every 2 hours. I will be back. And then we'll talk more about Donald Trump. Okay, I'm back. The cat is fed. She is hopefully sated, but if not, we'll know about it because she's very loud. Anyway, by the way, I know everybody's going to want to know. Her name is Raku for like the pottery, and her nickname is Cuckoo, and she's 20. So we're talking about Biden and him appointing people and basically just saying, here's the ball, run with it. I've got bigger things to do over here that are more pressing for the American people. He's not going to let Trump off the hook. He's going to assign his best people to them. He's going to give them the resources. He's going to give them the green light, and he's going to let them do everything they need to do to bring Trump to justice. Okay? So that is that. So you can just bet. I'm telling you, my guides are telling me they are going to go after him like, hounds on a scent. So now let's talk about Trump's health. Now, every time I say his name, I literally have to burn Palo Santo wood because it's the energy is so bad, y'all. It is so bad. Like we really should all send sage to Biden and Kamala for like Christmas or for like maybe moving in a gift party, a housewarming gift party. We should send them a semi truck of sage. So as soon as I get this smoky, so here we get smoke. Yeah, smoke. Yeah. Woo. Okay. Let's just create a little barrier between me and Trump's energy because I have to go into his energy to feel his health. It's important because depending on his health depends on how robust, his plans will be. That's just the bottom line. So we need to know what his health is because it's going to affect what he's going to do. So right now, when I go into his health, I have a really, and I'm not at all medical, and you guys are so great because there's several nurses that watch this channel, so you can tell me what I'm feeling, but like I can't breathe, like I'm breathing shallow, very shallow, and very quick, shallow and quick. I can't ever seem to catch my breath. I don't, even when I'm sitting, as I'm sitting and I feel his big belly, like I'm in his energy. I told you, that's why we're burning this. I still can't get a full deep breath in my lungs. So I have this breath thing that's going on. How that makes me feel is I feel dizzy headed. Like right now, oh my God, it's already starting to happen. So when I get in people's energy, I can feel what they're feeling, what they're doing, thinking, whatever. And right now I'm really lightheaded. He's actually quite used to this feeling. So it's not like it's freaking him out. He's really used to it. He's blaming it on something he's taken. So that means that he's been given a prescription. He's been given a prescription for something, but he also has an inhaler that he takes. And the inhaler actually helps him, but he doesn't like taking it. He sees it as a sign of weakness. So he actually hides it from people. He doesn't want anybody to see it. He doesn't even want Secret Service to see it. He tries to hide it. He keeps it in his coat pocket, and he turns his back and he inhales, and then he puts it in his coat pocket and he turns back around. So if Secret Service are within visual distance of him, he tries to hide it. So, but it does help him. It does make him feel better. But he's lightheaded, and what that is going to lead to is a fall. He's already fallen landed on his right side, on his right elbow and arm. I feel like he fell into something, like it was hard. He fell into a wall or a chair against a wall, something like that, because it hurt. Like my arm, it didn't feel like you hit the ground and that thunk. It's much worse when you hit something sharp and it's not even. And so part of your body catches it and the other part of your body doesn't catch it, and it throws you off, and it actually hurts worse because it's a very hard surface that he hit. So he should have some bruising from that, but he typically doesn't wear short sleeves, and it's fall right now. So I don't know that we'll see that particularly. We may, because he's going to continue falling. He's going to continue falling, and I'm trying to see what his mental acuity is right now. Oh wow! So whatever he does, you know how we all do things to manage stress. Like I'm a chocolate eater, like for real. Just give me a bag of Hershey Kisses or some dark chocolate would be better, and I'm good. But so for him, he's eating more of the fast food. He's drinking sodas. He's just eating like big amounts and often. Yes, and he does like those little candy bars, those little ones, the snack size ones. He likes those because you can hide them, you can keep them in different places. It's not like you have a whole candy bar, you've got the little ones and they'll fit in your pocket. I want to say that he hit his head. If he didn't hit his head, he's going to. Again, the right side, my right arm, my right head, my right forehead, like in here, which is not a good place to hit. I mean, I know that much, that you could get some sort of internal brain bleed that you wouldn't know you even have. But I don't see that happening 100%. I think that's a pretty low. I'm not going to rule it out, but it's a low percentage chance. So what else is going on with him right now? Have you noticed that he has like a weird, we've noticed he has a weird walk, right? That he pitches forward. We've noticed that. But also, again, on my right side, he must have really taken a tumble. On my right side, I feel like my leg is a little gimpy. Like I'm having a little bit of a limp. I don't know if all this is due to one fall, but it's all on my right side. I did see those ischemic strokes, mini strokes, with either him or Pence, and I feel like Pence is more of a heart, and I think Trump is more of a stroke energy. So how does this affect him? Well, for one thing, he doesn't have the stamina. Not that he's doing anything except for golfing, but anyway, the stamina means, again, I'm in his energy, and I'm thinking about, how am I going to get out of this? Okay, it's not about how am I going to get out of this. He's thinking, how am I going to hide that? Where am I going to put that? Who am I going to be in charge of hiding that? There's literally plans, and there's like little, when I'm connected, I can't think of words, but there's a pocket of misdeeds, this bad thing that I did, I'm going to put this person in charge of. You know what's funny? And what I'm hearing is that he trusts Rudy Giuliani, which is funny because the rest of us are like, would you fire him? He's a complete loser. He's not your best, he's not your best candidate, not the best person to help you in any way. But he still trusts Rudy Giuliani for some reason. Rudy Giuliani is connected, I guess, to the mob or to Russia or the Russian mob. And that is Rudy is his trusted connection to that group of people that dispose of certain things or provide money or whatever they do for him. I mean, sometimes it's hiding something, sometimes it's making something go away, sometimes it's money laundering, loans, all kinds of things like this. But this is what's interesting about this. I think when I think of the mob, I think of like, low level, kind of like, I'm going to break your legs or put you in concrete shoes. That's what comes to mind. But these guys that he's operating with are so much higher in their operations that they tell Trump yes or no. So, because when I told you that he goes to them and says, this person needs to disappear, they tell Trump, no, this person can't disappear because there's too many fingerprints. There's too much evidence. I mean, you're an idiot. We're not going to do that. We're not going to breach our own code and be found out, right? So that's how high they are. To me, they almost seem like, they seem ambassador level of that, literally that kind of level of mob, where they work with the highest leaders throughout the world to do their dirty deeds. But they also have to be very careful that they're never caught, because if they get caught, not only does Trump go down, but maybe some other really big world leaders may become exposed as well, right? So they actually have told Trump, no, we're not going to get rid of that person. I really believe that he wanted to get rid of, and I don't know, is Marla Maples one of his wives or something? But why is she coming to me? I don't know. But that name is coming to me. Like he wanted some kind of thing done against her, some kind of aggression done against her to get her to shut up and act right. Because I think she was just talking about maybe feeding some journalist or some maybe book writer some information. And they were like, no, we're not going. These people are very, very, very quiet. This particular mob, believe it or not, that Rudy Giuliani has a connection to, is actually surgical. They're very quiet. They do things so on the down low as to never be noticed. So that's going to be interesting to see how Biden uncovers that, to see what else. And I say Biden, I mean Kamala Harris, or whoever Biden puts in charge of it. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. So back to his health. So he is, he's pretty beat up. I feel like his knee, I feel like he really hit his knee or hurt his knee. That should come out in some way, shape, or form, because he golfs all the time. And I would assume that that would affect his swing, that, but maybe people wouldn't write about that because it wouldn't seem like that important, given the grand scale of all the crazy things this man has done, right? So he's not doing well. What I wanted to know, because I had been given the information that he was not well. I believe he had COVID. He had the signature for COVID in my energy. Whatever they gave him to get him through it is amazing. But like we know, some COVID people really never, fully recover. They struggle with symptoms for many months afterwards. And I feel like this, trying to catch breath. I think he can do it if he's giving a short speech, or if he's giving a speech for maybe 5 minutes. They can load him up and he can measure his talking and try to, keep his breathing settled. But when he's done, they have to literally give him oxygen because he can't catch his breath. So, I'm having a hard time if you can hear me, but I feel it in my chest and I'm having a hard time breathing and talking at the same time. See, I can't catch my breath because I feel what they feel. So this is a big thing. Now, how this is going to manifest into, or if this will manifest into something worse or more life-threatening, I don't think so at this time. I was given that information that he was going to have a stroke. And we do think he did have a stroke, but I'm not sure. I'm just not sure about his health. It would definitely help us. It would help us. Not that I'm asking for anybody to be sick, because I'm not. However, just looking at the energies, if something happened and he were a little bit on a sick bed for a while, it certainly would help us get through this transition, because he's actively fighting it. He's actually working against Biden. So it's they show me the image of somebody barring a door. So there's a wooden door and you put the wood bar across it. And then while the door is barred, I'm over here taking the money and putting it out the back door and, making all my schemes to get things ready to have to evacuate, to flee. And I'll say this is very interesting too. People have asked if he's going to take things from the White House, as in take the ashtray as a souvenir. And he doesn't care about that stuff. But what he does care about is other people that care about that stuff. And there's other leaders that, and I'm thinking, where is Azerbaijan? I don't know if that's in Saudi Arabia or whatever. But anyway, there's a few leaders that would really like to have a little piece of the White House, because for them, it's almost like when you take something from an enemy and on a battlefield, and then you display it because you won that, right? Or you bested them. You snuck into their most treasured, hallowed house and took something from it. And now you get to have it and display it. Okay. So I do see him, Trump is all about wheeling and dealing, right? So if I said this before, it's like a yard sale in there. Everything has a little sticker on it. You want this one? Okay. It's going to cost you this amount of money. And he literally is selling it. He literally is taking the money. No kidding. He even looked into making, counterfeit versions of some of the smaller statues that he could make. You know what I mean? The ones that were like a foot or 2 foot high. He looked into making counterfeit versions, and he may still try to do that. But there are some things that are just going to go missing. I mean, just like they can't be accounted for. And because Biden spent 8 years in that place, not living there, but in and out of it all the time, and because we have historians there that are there, heck, even the tour guides would be able to tell you, that's missing over there off the wall. But what I see is, this is the thing that's really trippy. I see diplomats coming back to Biden and saying, here's your statue back. Can we be friends now? I swear to God, I see that happening. I swear I see it, and they're contrite. They're contrite, like, what can we do? We had an opportunity, and the thing about Biden is like, he just doesn't hold a grudge much, you know what I mean? So I think that he'll be like, yeah, get it back. All right, sure, don't ever do it again. You know what I mean? But can you imagine this? I mean, it's just nuts, right? It's nuts that there's a yard sale going on right now in the White House, because he didn't respect that place when he got there. He called it a dump, and he doesn't respect it now. But now he needs money. So if he can get, $50,000 or $200,000 or whatever for an ashtray, he's going to do it. He's going to do it because he needs every last red cent that he can get. So I'm not sure going forward if his, I don't even know what this breathing thing is. I don't know if it's from the Adderall that he takes, the cocaine. I don't know any of that stuff, but I just know that I can't breathe. And I don't know what health issue. I'm getting, again, ischemic. They keep chanting ischemic. So he must be at risk for more mini strokes. And I don't know that those two things are related. I don't know if his breathing is related, if it would put a strain on his body, which would then cause a mini stroke, or if because he's freaking out and instead of eating chocolate like a normal person, he's, snorting Adderall or cocaine or whatever it is on a level, unseen before by Trump, right? So that really right there could cause a problem. So as I go down that road and I'm in his mind and I'm just like imbibing, like I'm just taking this Adderall and cocaine and whatnot, and becoming very furtive and feral, and the words coming to me are furtive, feral, and also when you are thinking everybody is against you, again, when I'm connected to them, the words aren't always available. But when you're, when you think that everybody's out to get you, they kind of are. let's face it. But so you might be right in that respect. But that's his mindset. And as I go down that road with him, I can see him. I just heard the word stroking out. I can see him stroking out. I had seen him go into Florida. I can see him. I can really see him doing that. It would be the best thing for him in the sense that he would get sympathy. And I think that I think the investigation would continue, but I think that he would get sympathy. So that would be the best thing for him, to be honest. But that's what I see with his health right now. This video has gone on way too long. I hope you guys are all doing okay. Please be safe. COVID-19 is literally out of control right now, you guys. People are getting sick that I know that I have no idea how they got it. That didn't do anything out of the normal, out of that they normally do. They just got the virus. So I think it just gets to a point where there's so much viral load out there and so much viral load in our body that it converts to the virus. So please be careful, everybody. And I'll be back soon with another video. I want you guys all to know that I really appreciate you visiting. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving me a thumbs up. And if you would like to hear more videos, please subscribe. And till next time, you guys take care.